Hello, everyone, and welcome to the SifaCraft podcast. I am your host, Sifa, and I am joined this week by Common Sense Gamer,
Howdy.
Hijack Infinity,
Hello, hello.
Kitty K, and
Hello.
Muleskull.
Hello.
We are missing our cruise this week, but we will soldier on and try to deal without him.
I think it'll be pretty easy.
I don't know. We'll succeed somehow.
Yeah.
Somehow,
Yeah,
some way.
All right, guys. As far as SifaCraft news goes, I don't have a whole lot going on. I got the podcast. That's good. Common, what have you been up to?
Oh, not much, just life. I've been thinking about probably doing more live streaming than recording.
Nice.
Really, that's it. How about you, Hijack?
Well, I just started my Skyrim series, which I'm pretty excited about. And of course, we've all been talking about the new mod pack that we're going to be getting on. Pretty excited about that too.
Can't wait for that.
Besides that, I still got Morrowind going on. Sadly, New Vegas didn't work out. The game was broken apparently. It just doesn't fucking work.
Yeah, that's a goddamn shame.
Yeah, exactly. A shame. I could probably rant for half an hour about it, so I probably shouldn't. How about you, Kitty? What have you been up to?
Gotten back into Skyrim recently, and I tried a new game called Cook Serve Delicious, which is
Too many cooks?
Too many cooks.
maybe more involved version of Diner Dash. If you've ever played that, it's a simplistic game, but it is quite tough. And I played through like one business day, and it completely whooped my ass. And I haven't gotten back to it. I'm gonna get back to it, but I haven't yet. But it was a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. Serving customers and washing dishes and cleaning bathrooms and not burning people's food it's
Is it on
tough.
Steam?
Yeah, it is. I think it's like maybe somewhere between like $5 to $10 maybe.
Okay.
So yeah, no, and it was a lot of fun. So I'm gonna give that. That's pretty much it in the game department for me as of late. Musko, what about you?
Terraria, of course, and been playing Borderlands, the pre-sequel.
Oh yeah, of course.
Cruz, Hijack, and Drew. Working on a new series, but it's kind of a secret right now.
Oh.
Ooh,
It's a
super secret.
It's a Terraria series.
Oh,
but
then I don't care.
Aw.
What's so important about Terraria?
it's a secret. If I say it, people will expect something from me. So as long as it's a secret,
Expecting something from you.
exactly.
It's too late now. The world is expecting.
Well, keep your eyes on my channel then.
Oh, every day? Twice a day.
Yep, that's about it.
All right. Well, let's head into the news. I actually have a a little bit of Minecraft news here.
Uh-oh.
Everybody's favorite non-profit organization, PETA, is launching their own Minecraft server called Animal Utopia, where you'll live in harmony with the animals in the server, and you'll get to explore an old rundown slaughterhouse and a recreation of the PETA building.
Are swords
Okay.
enabled?
I don't know.
What about bows?
Well,
Those are like
they going to have
things.
any mobs enabled at all?
Oh,
Because, spiders are animals.
that's
Creepers
true.
are sort of
Creepers
animals.
are
Giant green
considered
penises.
animals.
Yeah.
Penises are animals.
Yes. Well, they're part of an animal.
Well, when they walk around, by themselves, they got to be their own animal.
I've been
Sort
called
of
an
by
animal
definition.
before.
No, I don't buy that. Because an octopus can remove its reproductive arm, its penis, and it will kind of swim freely on its own. But it's not really an animal.
Yeah, but does it like track foes and explode all over them all
No,
by
it
itself?
tracks down the honeys, and then in a way it explodes, I guess.
Maybe that's where creepers came from. Maybe
Exploding octopus penis.
Well, it has. Let's see. It has motive, which would kind of give it semi thought, maybe. So it has a mind of its own. I don't know.
We're not going to talk about octopus penises anymore. So.
Anyway,
All right, moving on.
Well, I do have a question. What is it that they're looking to accomplish with this? Is it just like a, hey, don't eat animals?
It's PETA. They're just doing something stupid.
I mean,
they're crazy.
They can make that statement without getting into, like, the Minecraft crowd is not going to be like, we should really try this out, and then we'll learn something about eating animals and totally change our views.
No, in fact, I guarantee what's going to happen is there's going to be a bunch of people that go on the server and going to be making a bunch of redstone stuff just intentionally to lag the server out. This is going to be a huge fail, and it's PETA. They're whatever it is, they're going to use it to try to raise funds, is what it's going to come down to. You know, this is the same organization that had a campaign against Mario, for God's sakes. So they're just a bunch of idiots.
What do they have against Mario?
I mean,
because he wore a Tanuki suit, so he was obviously in favor of the fur industry.
Has anybody told them these games aren't real life?
Well, let's keep thinking that they are, I guess. Yeah, they're just idiots, is what it boils down to.
I mean, I love animals as much as the next person, and wanting to save animals, protect animals, that's all well and good, but there's a sensible way to go about it, and then there's a way to make yourself look ridiculous and have your message totally ignored.
And PETA excels at that, and they're very extreme. They put on a public face where they're like, just the public would mainly view them as pro-vegan organization, I guess you could say. But they're actually pretty extreme in their beliefs. They don't believe in any kind of animal servitude, so we would no longer be able, like, if they had their way, not only would pretty much all medical research stop, but any medicines, vaccines, whatever that we have that was based on animal research, they want us to stop using those, which is pretty much all modern medicine for the most part.
Buy morphine.
Buy morphine, buy insulin, buy vaccines, whatever. And then, it's just a bunch of stupid things. Like, for example, honey, you'd never be able to get honey anymore because the bees are servants of the man. So,
well, and being, most of us being YouTubers, no more cats.
Yep, no more cats.
No
Okay,
cats.
look, I can't live in a world where I can't live in a world where I can't have cats.
Yep.
That's just totally unacceptable.
Yeah, PETA's they're a bunch of idiots. And in fact, I didn't want to spend too much time on PETA, but I do want to say this. They're I don't know what her title is, CEO, President, Führer of PETA, whatever. Ingrid Newkirk. She is actually part of an organization that it's a movement that calls for the voluntary extinction of the human species. So they preach that everybody should sterilize themselves before they have children.
Well, what about sterilizing themselves after they have children?
Well, then, you've already reproduced. So...
Well, then, aren't they kind of going against their message? I'm pretty sure humans are animals,
too. Well, they don't want to kill...
So PETA needs to stop
hating. They don't
want
to kill humans. They just don't want us to exist anymore.
Yeah, they just...
So if at some point cows all decide to exterminate themselves, then that's fine.
Yep.
Self-determination.
All right.
Which is actually, I don't think they really have any kind of a plan of action as far as what to do with domestic animals, but, with the exception of most breeds of cats and a few breeds of dogs, all domestic animals are completely reliant on people. for the most part. There's some that obviously you release and get feral. The horses seem to do them.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's move on. I can go on for a long time about PETA. Anyway, what else we got? The first ever Mario Kart DLC has been released, which yeah, and I still don't have a Wii U. God damn it! But it adds in 3 new playable characters, which are just kind of reskins. You get like Tanuki Mario, Cat Peach, but it also adds in Link, so a non-Mario character for the first time in Mario Kart. Well, that's not entirely true. Technically, Pac-Man was in the arcade version of Mario Kart. But one of the new tracks that comes with the DLC is the Excite Bike Arena.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is a blast from the past. Who'd have thunk it?
The Excite Bike?
Yeah, Excite Bike. That's a classic NES game.
Oh, man. Excite Bike. I played so much Excite Bike.
How are you gonna
I'm drawing a total blank.
possibly gonna Mario Kart that? Because it's like 45-degree angles.
Yeah, I
sheer
know.
drops.
It's a bumpy track, to be sure. And I kind of wonder if it changes like every time you race or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know much about it. But yeah, I wanted to mention that because it's kind of a big deal. I mean, this DLC is a whole new territory for Nintendo.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They're known for.
Yeah, but it's territory that we're inevitably going to explore.
Yeah. Nintendo has been very reluctant with the whole online scene, and this is one of the things that they finally caved on and said, hey, we hear you, we get it. So we're going to start offering this. Anyway, up next, interesting bit of news. Microsoft filed for a trademark for Battletoads recently.
Really?
Yeah, which that's a rare property, so Microsoft technically owns it. Now, I can't find any information on this. I don't know if maybe the trademark was going to expire or something, and I have no.
Yeah, maybe
clue.
it was just time to re-up.
Yeah, that could have been. So it's maybe nothing. It's interesting. Whatever it would be, it'd probably be an Xbox exclusive anyway. So that's not pessimistic of me, is it?
We won't see it on PC, I'm sure.
No.
Windows Phone.
Yeah.
Battletoads.
Next bit of news we got, obviously the one of the big news stories for this past week, Warlords of Draenor has been released, World of Warcraft, and Common's been playing the hell out of that.
Yes, I have. I've been playing every chance I can get if the server's not locked.
Yeah, they had a little bit of a disastrous launch.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And from what I have read, I didn't realize how bad it was, but it seems that this is the worst expansion launch that they've actually ever had.
Yeah, they actually, I actually saw GMs flying around having to increase spawn rates on things just so people can get quests done at the beginning.
Did they not do enough beta testing?
I guess not. From what I understand, it was pretty much a closed beta through and through.
Yeah, they always do that. Well, oh well. At least they're starting to get their crap sorted out now, so the players can actually get in. And that seems kind of silly and it seems kind of whiny, but real serious WoW players, which I was once upon a time. These guys will take 2 or 3 days of vacation to specifically for the release of a new WoW expansion, and all of a sudden they can't play.
Yeah, it's horrible.
So that would piss me off too.
Oh, definitely.
You would think that at this point that they would be. It's not like WoW's a new game. Like you would think that at this point they would be able to handle a new launch and not have.
Well,
these kind
haven't
of
they
problems.
shut down a bunch of servers recently? And
Yeah.
I'm guessing they probably didn't expect as many people to show up as did. I think that's probably what the main issue is.
Because then all of a sudden people start reactivating their accounts.
Yeah, they
From
probably
before they started shutting down all the servers.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure what it was. it was more of a response to it than they expected. So from their perspective, it's like as good as it could possibly be.
Yeah. But, well, they'll get it sorted out. They're an extremely rich company. So hopefully they do a little something for their subscribers to, kind of make up for that. Next little bit of news I got. If this doesn't piss you off, I don't know what will. Call of Duty has been voted as the best video game franchise by the Guinness World Records.
That's kind of funny.
What do you mean, voted by the Guinness Records? What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know. The
Well,
Guinness people, they have voting or whatever, and I don't know how the hell it works.
Well, I was going to say, when they say best, do they mean in terms of most successful? Because then I
don't
think
know.
that's probably accurate as far as franchises go.
Most money-made franchise.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah.
It sure as hell isn't the best, I can tell you that. So I don't know what what they mean by the best, but it ain't Call of Duty.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, the term best is quite subjective if they don't define it any better.
Yeah, exactly.
It's I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's one of the highest selling franchises. I mean, Call of Duty started how long ago?
Might be the highest grossing franchise.
Isn't like Madden still up there though?
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Because there's a new Madden. Madden is I don't look at Call of Duty too much different than I do Madden. It's it's the same damn game with little updates and everything and tweaks. I mean, it's I shouldn't really compare it to Madden because Madden, it's not the same thing, but you guys get what I'm getting at.
Oh yeah.
What you're saying is that, like, every time they come out with a new version, it's just slightly different, slightly upgraded.
Yeah.
Not Madden is the same thing as Call of Duty with minor tweaks.
Right.
Which is what it sounded like.
Yeah, which Madden, especially they'll upgrade or they'll update some of the stuff. They'll update the engine here and there and improve the gameplay or whatever. But it really, the new Madden is just to update the freaking team rosters. That's basically what you're getting.
Yeah, they need to work on their audience. I mean, the audience outside, in the background. The stadium
the fans.
itself. Yeah, they've been the same since like 06 probably.
Yeah, I haven't played the last football game that I played was NFL 2K on the Dreamcast. So I've been out of the sport gaming loop, and I never really liked it anyway.
I haven't played one since I was in college.
Yeah.
Many moons ago.
Long time ago. The other big bit of news: Assassin's Creed Unity.
Yes, I was hoping you'd talk about this.
Oh,
so was
my God!
So was I.
What a disastrous clusterfuck on so many fronts for Ubisoft. Wow.
They seem to have been stumbling over themselves consistently for the last couple of months. They just cannot pull it together.
Well, there is so many things that were wrong in this. First of all, the review embargo pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then, and then the you guys just brought to my attention like last night about the $100 in DLC, not in DLC, in microtransactions for in-game items.
Can we call that a macro transaction? Because micro just doesn't sound right for. I mean, you're dropping basically a Benjamin on it.
Well, but that's like the most that you can spend, I think.
At a time, I think. I think you'd probably do it over and over and over if you want.
Until whatever DLC for it comes out, anyway.
Yeah, that's like 2 times my electric bill. So, yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, and from what I was reading today, across all 3 platforms, it's just runs like crap. Apparently, they're having a lot of slowdown and lots of bugs. So
I'm surprised they didn't say it was bullet time, quote unquote. Good Max Payne reference, huh?
One of the other things I heard was that, considering that Unity's big selling point was, oh, you can play with your friends, a lot of people are having a lot of trouble doing that. So, I mean, that's kind of what makes this a unique Assassin's Creed game is the whole, co-op-y
I
thing,
didn't
and
even
they're
know
not.
about that.
Yeah, that's why isn't that why they call it Unity,
Yeah.
right? So you can like unify.
Yeah, where I
with
think
other
it's
people.
up to 4 people can play together, but like they can't get their server shit together, so people have not been able to play with their friends. So it's basically still just a single player game until they get that worked out. But that was the whole point of Unity. Like that was the big banner and the big selling
so
point.
they have like all their commercials. They have like more than one of assassin guy like jumping on the, I don't know, the French execution guy. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I think the other thing that's super weird is how Ubisoft has pretty much said nothing about Assassin's Creed Rogue. Like they said, like that game did not even come out. But it
There was one like recently or
yeah.
before this?
No, Assassin's Creed Rogue, if I'm not mistaken, came out the same day as Unity, but it came out for the 360 and the PS3.
Oh.
It didn't come out on PC or Xbox One or PS4.
I hadn't even heard of it.
And they've said nothing. Well, that's what I'm like, okay, you've released another game. Why aren't you saying anything about it? They haven't said anything about Assassin's Creed Rogue.
Yeah, I've
never heard of it.
Weird.
I heard
you've
about
never
it.
heard of it?
Well, I heard about it, but I didn't really think much of it because Unity's just taking so much flack right now. 4.2 user score on Metacritic for Assassin's Creed.
Damn.
That's of 10. That's a user score, though. Metascore 76. Which is basically mixed. Or mixed on it. Well, critics are mixed on it. Users hate it.
Well, lately, the larger gaming media, when you're dealing with a major publisher that spends a lot of money on advertising, I don't know how far I trust their scores. So
yeah, I wouldn't trust them at all. Indie reviewers are the only ones you can trust.
Yeah.
For the PC, no Metascore yet. User score 2.0, based on 599 ratings.
Well, us
and
PC
this is for
players
which one?
are harder. We're pricks, man. We're harder to please. So.
Oh yeah, we'll tear games apart.
Yep.
I mean, if it's a bad game, we'll tell you flat out it's a bad game.
We expect more features and shit too, so it's harder to cater to us.
Rogue came out on the 11th of this month, so like 5 days ago.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
Wow.
Yeah, and Ubisoft is like, we didn't actually release anything. Don't pay attention to that other game for whatever, which is weird because that's probably the one game that isn't complete garbage.
It's got a 3.5 out of 5 for Metacritic.
Right, so it's like maybe you should focus more on the game that's not horribly broken.
Oh man, and this is the second straight foobar with Ubisoft, with the whole Watch Dogs bullcrap.
I forgot about that kind of.
Yeah, so they better get their crap together.
Well, I know a lot of people, or at least I've heard that quite a few people are like, I'm maybe not so excited for Far Cry 4 now, because what if they screw this up again?
But it looks so pretty, Far Cry 4 does.
Well, so did Unity.
Yeah, Unity looked gorgeous.
Unity looked really good
demos.
too.
Did you see the minimum specs for Unity?
Yeah, we talked about it in the last podcast.
Damn, they expected a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know, I almost feel like those specs were like trying to dissuade PC gamers from buying it. You want to play our game, get a PS4.
It would make sense, actually.
Well, that would be fine if their console versions weren't also crap.
Yeah. So, yeah, way to go, Ubisoft. Congratulations.
And wait, are they the ones who are also releasing The Crew? Is that them? The racing game?
I have no idea. That doesn't ring a bell to me at all.
They are not the ones releasing Star Citizen.
No.
Oh, this is good.
Thank God.
Yeah, they, in conjunction with Ivory Towers, they developed The Crew, which comes out... When does it? It comes out next... I think it comes out next month sometime. And it's like some kind of racing style. And that's another one. People are like, maybe we'll wait. So, I don't know. Stop pre-ordering Ubisoft games, maybe?
Well, pre-ordering games is silly across the board, frankly.
This is becoming a big issue. Back in the day, there was a reason to pre-order to a certain extent. I did, with physical copies.
Yeah, with physical copies.
Yeah, this whole pre-order digital download, it needs to stop. And
really not worth the extra weapon or jacket or hat or whatever pre-order bonus they say that they're going to give you.
Yeah.
Should just be in
just
the
silly.
game. That's how I see
Right.
it. It should just be in the game. Why are you leaving things out of the game? I mean, and it's just so crazy that people stand in line for 2 days with camp chairs and a cooler just so they can pre-order a fucking game. What? Or pick it up even. I mean, it's crazy.
Well, for a
silly.
physical copy of a game, it almost makes sense if there's like a limited supply, right?
Right,
But with
right.
digital copies, it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever because there's no limit in the supply.
Well, no, but they offer a bunch of pre-order bonuses, like an extra mission But, it's like he said. It's like, well, if you can give me an extra mission for pre-ordering, then it's already in the game.
Well,
So just let me have it.
Yeah.
2 times in a row now, Ubisoft has shown why we shouldn't be pre-ordering anything.
Yeah. They've been stumbling over themselves
Yeah.
recently.
And it's funny because a lot of indie people, like a lot of indie developers, take a lot of flack when they don't deliver. I mean, tons and tons and tons. But I know Ubisoft is getting some pretty bad flack right now. But at the same time, how many pre-orders did you have compared to the indie guy who, gives his game away for $5,
And
Yeah.
I'm sure that they, to a certain extent, will be able to iron out the issues, But, what's going to happen is that they're going to be focusing on, future DLC. That's where their focus is. And, fixing these issues is going to be, secondary to that.
I kind of feel like there's a bad pattern of we'll release the game half-assed and then just patch it later. And I kind of feel like that's just starting to be the thing that publishers do now. It's like, well, we don't actually have to finish the game. We can patch it a month, 2, 3 months down the line. Just, push it out the door. We'll get whatever flack, and that's that.
Unity had a day 1 patch, too.
Which is absurd.
Yeah, day 1 patch.
Wow.
Why do you need a day 1 patch?
Yeah.
And then still not fix the fucking problems.
Because if you had a day 1 patch, you're probably rushing that patch out super fast. You probably weren't going to get everything you needed to get no matter what.
Well, then push the date back.
They were beta testing it as they were uploading to Steam or some shit, probably. Like, oh, whoops, hold on, guys, we got a bug. Well, it's too late. We have this 60 million gig game uploading already.
I
don't know.
That just seems to be the standard that nobody kind of bothers to no, I won't say that. That's not fair. But enough larger companies don't bother to finish their game. It's just this is the release date, and whenever this date rolls around, we'll push out whatever we have and fix it later.
Yeah. See, I mean, you're paying upfront for a beta, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, from the footage I've seen, it's for, good for some laughs, but as far as an actual, coherent game, it's kind of fallen flat.
Well, and Ubisoft is the masters of this because not only do they super push their pre-orders, but they also had this review embargo for 12 hours after the release of the game. So they don't want they want people to buy this thing before they know anything about it.
Buy blind.
Yep.
Yeah. And that, I think immediately that should raise people's suspicions. Like, wait, you mean I don't get to hear anything about this until 12 hours after it's already been released? Why is that the case?
Well, I'm gonna be waiting. I would wait a few days after release anyway, because I want to hear from some legit reviews.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
The power of
But
YouTube.
if you've pre-ordered it, then you're SOL on that anyway. So
well, this is what we're getting at. Don't pre-order fucking digital games. It's stupid.
Yep.
Yeah. They're not going to run out of digital copies, so it's not a necessity.
It's just so sad that, I mean, even, yeah, and why do we call them AAA developers? I mean, it's definitely not AAA work. I mean, yes, it looks pretty. I mean, the trailer's amazing. They can pay for the hype months in advance.
Yeah, it's just AAA pockets.
It's AAA budget, and it's, I mean, they put out a product that is just, it's bad for their name, honestly, you know.
They're the Monster Cable of video games.
Yeah.
Honestly, if they screw up The Crew or Far Cry 4, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Like, those two games have to be absolutely perfect on release.
Yeah, they need to do something because they are really losing face. And even before all this, they were pissing off the PC guys because of this Uplay.
Ugh. Yeah, I've heard a lot of complaints about Uplay just being garbage.
Yeah, I have no experience with it, so I can't speak. But
what is Uplay?
It's like their version of Origin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ubisoft has their very own launcher.
That'd be the last company I want a launcher for.
Yeah, every company feels that they need their own launcher. Blizzard has it now too.
That's going to get very annoying if there's like 40 different publishers I got to sign into to play whatever games that I have.
Yeah.
But I know with, I don't know if this is the case with Origin, but I know with Uplay, like if you buy an Ubisoft game on Steam, you still have to sign into Uplay to like be able to play it, which is stupid.
Yes,
because
yeah.
Steam is already a form of, DRM. Why do I need to do this twice?
Exactly. Sony has done it has done it better. Sony's launcher is the Station launcher. However, if you're playing a game like DC Universe or PlanetSide, you still log in with your Station username, but you do not have to have the Station launcher. You can just do it all through Steam. So Sony
and that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Sony's been on the ball lately, honestly. I think the last year they've been pretty on the ball. As far as, getting into the space where Microsoft is out. And, I mean, they're doing really good, honestly.
Yeah, Sony's I haven't heard much about them, and that's good.
Yeah, if you don't hear about them, they're doing decent, I think.
No news is good news.
Exactly. All right. Well, that is excuse me. That is all the video game news that I have. Moving on to broader entertainment.
Got some broad entertainment for you.
Oh, looking at that earlier. We'll look at that later
Paper
together.
magazine cover.
Dear. Oh dear. Oh, for fuck's sake. I hope that's not part of regular entertainment news. I will go off.
A little bit of the only real news I have this week for the Marvel Cinematic Universe is the rumor is that the Russo brothers have been tapped to direct the Infinity War.
Huh.
Which I kind of assumed that Joss Whedon would be doing that. Obviously, he's going to be producer or whatever, but the Russo brothers have done fine by the MCU so far with both Captain America movies. So, I'm not going to freak out on that or anything. I would honestly prefer Joss Whedon. I would too. But I'm sure he has, commitments up the wazoo. He's a very high in-demand guy at this point. Dude, Disney is running him ragged, man. I believe it. Because I think he oversees the entire MCU in some aspect anyway. He's listed as executive producer on all the stuff, all the projects, isn't he? No, I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Actually, I know that he's curious. I know he's involved in rewrites and stuff for scripts that he wasn't necessarily involved with, the Captain America stuff, punched up right personally. I gotcha. So, well, I have faith in them. Rather have Whedon, but they're nothing wrong with them. They'll They'll do fine, I imagine. And we need to talk for a minute about the Fantastic Four.
Do we?
And the epic failure that Fox is churning up in the toilet of their studios. You know, in Fox's original Fantastic Four movies, I didn't like Doom. Anyway, he wasn't Doom, you know?
Yeah, Dr. Nip Tuck.
Yeah. But, I didn't think they could make him any worse. Dr. Doom, in this new reboot, his name is not Victor Von Doom. His name is, Victor, how the hell do you say this? Domashev. And, he's a blogger. and his online persona that he goes by is Doom.
Okay, well that makes perfect sense. That's just like being a super genius, engineer slash sorcerer slash, ruler of a tiny kingdom.
Yeah. Yeah. There's
modernized,
no
I guess.
Way. Oh, there's no way this movie is going to succeed. But the really crappy thing about it is, it doesn't matter, because simply releasing this movie lets Fox keep their death grip on the franchise for like another 8 years.
Yeah, and, hopefully... What I don't get is, like, why not make a fucking good movie?
Yeah.
You can actually do it. It's theoretically possible. It's been proven, frankly.
Yeah, you can do it.
And if you make a good movie, you'll make a shit ton of money.
Exactly. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it'll be a good movie. I don't see it happening. I do not see it happening. And the other thing that really, ticks me off is that there are so many big names in Marvel that are, tied up in Fox because Fox owns the Fantastic Four.
Galactus, Silver Surfer.
Yeah, I mean, that's right there. That's all you gotta freaking say. Galactus, that's a big deal. And that would go great with like Phase 4.
Oh, hell yeah.
Where do they go after Thanos, Galactus is the next logical step. But they can't, because they can't use their own goddamn character.
That's horrible.
Oh, anyway. In other movie news, Blade Runner is getting remastered and re-released in the theater next year.
Oh, I might actually go see that, actually.
Yeah, that'll be really cool. I'll be looking forward to that. I haven't seen Blade Runner. Oh God, I don't know how long it's been.
Yeah, it's been at least 10 years, 15 years for me.
Yeah, probably about the same time frame for me.
Sounds about right.
I was a young teenager last time I saw it, I think. Oh, and I don't know how I feel about this or not, and I don't know how. I know most of you guys don't really watch any of the Pixar movies. But they have apparently Toy Story 4 is going to happen.
Oh wow!
Jeez.
Wait for that.
I don't know that. I mean, I'm sure. I mean,
A
Pixar,
pre-sequel?
No, it's gonna be a sequel. But man, it kind of actually makes me mad because Toy Story 3 ended so perfectly. It was perfect closure to the franchise.
So I googled Toy Story 4, and the first thing that came up is 10 reasons Toy Story 4 is a terrible idea. So
I can give them more than that, probably.
Well, is there any confirmation that Toy Story 4 will have the exact same? Maybe another set of toys in another family or something?
Or maybe it could be the same toys, but different actual individual toys. Like, they were mass-produced, right? So
Yeah.
you could come up with something like that, I guess.
If it took that angle, would you be okay with it?
I'm not gonna see it either way, so it doesn't matter.
I don't care about the universe of the Toy Story. You know what I mean? It's those characters that you're attached to. You know.
True.
So if they're going to do essentially an original story with original characters, then why are they doing another Toy Story? Why don't they, they don't need to rely on the Toy Story name. They just need to rely in its Pixar. Everything they do turns to gold.
Yeah.
Planes.
Are we
Were
sure
they the ones who did
everything-
planes?
Yeah, Cars
hang
2
on.
was terrible, right?
Okay, Cars 2 didn't do really well. Planes was not a Pixar movie.
Who did-
Disney Animation Studios
Oh,
did
okay.
Planes. So they set it in the same world as Cars, but that was not a Pixar movie. And yes, it was absolutely terrible, which is to be expected. It's the Planes had a theatrical release, I think, right?
I
Yes.
think so.
Okay. It was never intended to originally. This was made by the same, the Marvel, or not the Marvel, goddammit, the Disney Animation Studio, and they pump out all those direct-to-DVD movies all the time. That's what Planes was gonna be, like The Little Mermaid 2 and Sleeping Beauty 2 and that kind of crap. It's the kind of swill they put out. That's what Planes was, and then for whatever reason, Disney thought that was a good idea to show it at the theater, and Pixar wasn't none too happy about it. Let me tell you.
I'm just waiting for trains to come out. That has to be the next step.
Boats.
That's it. And then after that, maybe boats. Did they do a boats?
Yeah, I was gonna
No,
say.
they didn't do boats.
All right, so they got trains and
Steamboats.
boats left. That's about it. Past that,
Yep.
Well, and
the
then
franchise is done.
even better, they could do trains and then link it all together and call it planes, trains, and automobiles.
Oh
Oh
snap,
no!
son!
Oh, it's the worst
Planes,
kind
trains, and
so
cars.
first.
Yeah, planes, planes, trains, and cars.
That'd be terrible.
Oh, please don't let that happen.
Then they'll have bikes and then rollerblades, and then it'll never end. Just keep going.
They'll go to
Scooters.
human powered transportation rather than
Don't give Disney Animation Studio any fucking ideas.
There
'cause
are no
they're-
humans in those worlds.
Yeah.
then it'll just go to like hover rounds and all sorts of crazy
Hover around.
apparatuses.
Apparati.
Apparati.
like-
Red eye.
Stationary machines at the gym. That'll
Yeah.
be the next one.
Treadmills.
Wasn't one of the characters in Cars a forklift?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought. Okay, so they're not all cars.
True.
All right. That's
The I think
yeah.
the Italian.
One of the Italian guys was a forklift. Yeah, I think I saw Cars once. I wasn't really impressed with it like the other ones. Not a bad movie. I never saw the second one. In fact, the only Pixar movie that that's in the works that I'm really looking forward to is Finding Dory. That's going to be
When
awesome.
does that come out?
I don't know. I don't know if there's a release date for it yet. It's still all pre-production. But yeah, loved Finding Nemo, and that was actually the first movie that I took my son to see in the theater was Finding Nemo.
Oh,
Nice.
So he's a big fan of that too. I actually have a really cute story. It was about 2 or 3 weeks after we went to see Finding Nemo, and he's just a tyke at this point, right? He's not speaking in full sentences and falling on his ass every 10 steps. Well, I had him out fishing, and he ends up reeling in this little tiny bluegill. And I hold it and hook it for him, and I showed him how to hook, how to hold it so he doesn't get poked by the spines. And he's like trying to snuggle it up against his face and everything, And then I said, okay, you gotta put the fishy back in the water so it doesn't die. And he goes and places it in the water, and he goes, "Bye, Nemo."
Aww.
That's awesome.
Just out of nowhere, you know.
That's precious.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to that movie. That is all the entertainment news that I have. I have a couple other news stories that I'd like to chat about.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had 2 questions regarding entertainment, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyone planning on seeing the Dumb and Dumber sequel? Like, not the
No.
stupid sequel that came out before, the new one they're working on.
Yes, absolutely.
Only if I get paid to see it.
It's Jim Carrey again.
Only if I
finally.
get a handy in the theater.
Okay. Okay. I suppose that's fair enough. And
Oh.
the other thing was they're going to be rebooting the Christmas Vacation movies that they had done with
Really?
Yeah. So how do you guys feel about them redoing those?
I think it's a cash in on a famous franchise.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You don't think it'll be any good?
I doubt it. National Lampoon, which I'm assuming is still the
Yeah.
same.
Yep.
Yeah. The last halfway decent thing that they've put out that I'm aware of was Van Wilder. And that even was good for like a chuckle the first time you watched it. And that, you know, I really don't have any faith in that studio, honestly.
Yeah,
I mean, can anybody think of anything they've put out that's decent recently?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Last thing I saw was I can't remember it. Some on Netflix. It was dumb.
Yeah. We just trashed your hopes and dreams, didn't we,
Oh
Kitty?
no, I was just curious.
Oh.
I didn't. I haven't formed, and I don't know if that would be something I would see or not. I just didn't know what you guys thought of it.
Are you planning on seeing the Dumb and Dumber 2?
You know what? I liked the first one, but I don't know if I have the same sense of humor that I did when I was like 12 or 13 when that came out.
Yeah, I would imagine that because I remember laughing my ass off in the first one as well.
Mhm.
But I got a feeling that if I watched it now,
It wouldn't be as funny.
I probably wouldn't. Yeah, I probably wouldn't crack a smile.
Yeah, that's the feeling I get.
I probably would.
Like, I cracked up the first
Well-
one, and like I feel like now I don't feel like I have the same sense of humor I did when I was like a kid when that came out.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I'd rather just have the memory of it
Yeah.
in my head as being funny. Although the toilet scene would probably still be funny to me.
Yep.
But and it was the same thing with Austin Powers. Just like a year ago, I went and watched the Austin Powers
Mhm.
movies, and I didn't laugh a single freaking time.
Really?
They just seemed so stupid and boring to me. Yeah, because I remembered them being so freaking funny.
They were pretty
I-
cutting edge back then, though. Now,
And topical. at
yeah, we're
the time.
desensitized now. Internet,
Well, that and they kind
damn
of
internet.
they ran that entire concept into the ground.
They did.
And not even just the studio. I just
Oh,
mean
yeah,
like
I'm not gonna
society
disagree
in
with you.
general. If one more person does that $1 million thing with their pinky in their mouth, I will lose my shit. They just they just ran like every catchphrase in that movie into the ground. So it's just not funny anymore.
Yeah. Oversaturated.
And
No.
I don't know what kind of critical reception the first Dumb and Dumber movie got, but the second one, or the 2, is getting absolutely shit on by critics.
Like the new one right now?
Yeah, the new
That
one.
Oh,
Oh.
is it done? I didn't even know it was done being filmed.
Oh, yeah. I just watched a review for it like a night or 2 ago.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, I didn't have any faith in it, unfortunately.
I almost feel like maybe it's like sometimes sequels come out too late, where it's like if it's not in like that vacuum of around the time the first one came out, it's just not going to be as well received or as good.
Yeah, I imagine that has a big big part to play in it. But I think that the humor is just too dated.
Yeah. Like, people who saw the first one probably don't have the same humor now that they did back then. And, people around the, 12, 13, 14 have no fucking idea what Dumb and Dumber is.
Right. Well, how old were we when that came out? We were like in our mid-teens, right?
When did that come out? Check.
I don't know.
We're all around the same age except Common here, so.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Oh wow. Okay, Dumb and Dumber came out in 1994.
Holy
Really?
crap!
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Dumb and
yeah,
Dumber
it was,
came out in 94.
I was 8.
So I was 13.
Holy
That's why
crap!
That's why in the trailer he's what's his name says to Jim Carrey, been playing a gag for 2 decades.
Oh, yeah, it's perfectly 2 decades,
No.
too.
I was 12 when that movie
They
came out.
purposely did that for a reason.
Yeah, so no, I don't have the same sense of humor I did when I was 12.
No.
I was probably a baby.
You don't know?
And yeah,
You don't know what year we were born.
Well, I don't know what month it came out because I could still technically be a fetus.
You were
and
born in '94.
Yes, I was born in '94.
gosh.
Probably came out in the summertime, I would bet. Well, actually, it's got kind of a winter theme.
And I
doesn't it?
probably
Oh yeah, Aspen.
at this point, anybody under 20 probably has no idea what the first movie even is.
Yeah.
So they've completely missed, they missed the people who would have liked it, and they've missed the people of the age group they're trying to reach because they don't know what the
Yeah.
first one even is.
Yeah, it'd be like trying to bring out a like Ace Ventura
Oh
3.
god.
I hope they
Ace Ventura
don't. I
2
hope
That
they
would be
was
don't.
so
great.
bad.
Oh,
Well, did you know that there technically was a third Ace Ventura?
was it straight to video?
You guys didn't know about this. Yes, it was. Well, I don't know. There was a Ace Ventura Jr.
Oh, I remember that.
Yes, I saw
yeah,
that one.
Really?
It was
Oh,
horrible.
God.
Some little fat chubby kid that was, oh my
It was
god,
so
I saw
bad.
Yeah, I saw like 15 minutes of it on TV a while ago, and oh, it was so bad. But the thing about it was that was like a more relatively recent thing. Like that came out years after Ace Ventura 2.
Yeah, it was so bad too.
Ace Ventura 2 was an abomination. Ace Ventura, the original
Yeah,
one, was in its own way and in its time, it was okay. But it hasn't aged
Well, Ace
well.
Ventura, the first one also came out in '94, so I think Jim Carrey was just striking gold back then.
Well,
I
he
don't
was
know.
also
I
like,
wanna
the biggest thing in the universe, and like Mask came out around that time too, or something.
I want you
Yeah.
to watch the part in Ace Ventura where he comes out of the rhino one time and tell me the
Oh,
comedy
shit.
hasn't aged well.
Yeah, that would probably still be pretty
Oh
funny.
my god.
That was in the second one, right?
No, that was the first one, I think.
I don't remember a rhino in the first
No,
Oh
one.
no,
no,
that
that was in
was
the second-
that was
they
the
had to
second.
in the second
That was the second one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he was in Africa in the second one.
Oh, okay.
I actually kind of like the second one.
Oh, the first one was the one where he was trying to save the dolphin or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Dan Marino.
Yep.
I like the second one. I enjoyed that one.
Second one was great.
I don't remember enough about it.
The
to-
third little kid one sucked.
Yeah, it was bound to. I think that actually had a theatrical release too, if I remember right, because it was I remember seeing movie trailers for it.
Huh.
Oh, so you want to talk about an abomination? All right. Anyway, anybody else have any movie or gaming stuff they want to talk about?
I would just like to add that The Mask also came out in '94.
Did it really?
Yeah, so The Mask and Dumb and Dumber and Ace Ventura all came out in the same year.
Cameron
Holy
Diaz is
crap.
absolutely
You-
gorgeous. Point that out.
Was she in The Mask?
Yeah, she
was
was
the hot chick.
banker woman. Yeah, she was the hot chick.
Did you see the Son of Mask?
No.
What? That was a thing?
Yeah.
I saw it. It was bad.
Oh, so bad. Oh, it was so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was horrible. You remember the cartoon?
Yes.
Yeah, that was
I vaguely
horrible, too.
remember that.
What was really weird was there was an episode where there was a crossover between the Mask cartoon and the Ace Ventura cartoon.
Huh, really?
Yeah. I don't know why I know that, but I know this is a thing
Was an
that
Ace
happened.
Ventura cartoon?
Yeah.
I believe Mask was like a comic book or something.
Spoiler, it wasn't very good.
Yeah.
You know what else? You know what else happened in 1994 that involved Jim Carrey?
I was born.
In
Oh, did
Living
he see your
Color
dad?
stopped being made.
Oh. He was like, well, I guess I have to go be funny in my own movies then.
He was like, screw TV, I'm going to the movies.
Yeah, no, mid to late 90s were real good to Jim Carrey. And I guess he's done
Yeah.
good stuff since.
Well, he made okay, who's the other guy in Dumb and Dumber? Jeff Daniels?
Yeah.
Jim Carrey, you can look up the actual numbers, but Jim Carrey got like 500% salary compared to what Jeff Daniels did.
Ow, really?
Oh yeah, it was huge difference in what they got paid for
That
the
makes
movies.
sense, really.
But yeah, but Jeff Daniels, he never did like he wasn't known for comedy either. I don't think he wasn't that big anyway. I don't think was he?
No, not even. Jim Carrey was like the toast of Hollywood at that time.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, it was very very disproportionate. But yeah, that's the way it works.
Well, you know who won the Super Bowl in 1994?
Steelers.
No. 49ers.
No, I don't. Okay.
They beat the Chargers.
Holding on to that ever since.
All right. Well, moving on. We got some sciencey news. Yay!
Hey, science.
There there was a new species of tarantula discovered in Brazil.
That's horrible.
No.
And they've named it after John Lennon. So it's the Bumba lennoni.
What?
Is the scientific name.
Did they explain why they
Yeah.
named it after John Lennon?
Nope. I assume that the female of the species make high-pitched screams into microphones.
That's just
I'd be really disappointed if that wasn't the case.
that's just really weird. Like, we found a spider. Let's name it after John Lennon.
And it's a really weird-looking
It's
tarantula too. It's like
ugly
bright
looking.
red. Yeah.
How come we never discover cute animals like a different species of bunny? Why is it always horrible,
We do.
gross animals?
We do quite often.
Oh, it's,
Oh, Muley Lincoln.
yep, it's bad. It's something you wouldn't want to find in your house ever.
No, it's not very big though.
That's even worse because you can't
Oh my
see it.
It's like
God.
3 or 4 centimeters.
I would
Ugh.
burn the entire town down. Just kill one of them. I would burn everything.
Well, you know, occasionally we still find new
Oh
species
my
of arthropods
God.
in like North America. So they, the only reason this made the news was because they decided to, name it after John Lennon. They discover new species of spiders and ants and flies and stuff all the time, damn near every day. Another bit of news. NASA has potentially made a major discovery, if it can be confirmed. They had a suborbital experiment going on, and what they discovered was that the space between galaxies isn't quite as empty as we had always thought.
Oh, I read about that actually.
Yeah, there actually seems to the void between galaxies actually contains a loose network of stars.
Really?
At least that's what the data's showing. Yeah, so there are just rogue stars apparently everywhere. I mean, obviously it's relatively sparsely, compared to the density of a galaxy. But yeah, that's a big surprise.
Huh.
Yeah, that is quite interesting. There's no reason why, but I find it to be pleasant news.
Yeah, it makes the universe I don't know, more inviting for some
Yeah.
reason, doesn't it?
Still a vacuum.
Still a
Still a
vacuum,
vacuum.
but
I just like that
so
there's
many.
still stuff to discover. The fact that there's just still more stuff to learn is exciting.
Oh, there's so
Oh,
much.
there's all sorts of stuff. There's a big mystery that has to do with this is a fairly recent discovery too. These huge bursts of X-ray radiation, or no, is it X-ray? No, I'm on the wrong end of the spectrum. It was radio. And they are some of the brightest things that we have ever, observed in the universe, and we have no idea what they are. Like, there's nobody even has a decent theory to what is creating these radio bursts.
Do we know how
So,
distant they're coming from? No?
I don't know. I don't believe so. They're not local.
Oh, no.
That's
no.
for sure. They're transgalactic in origin. So, but yeah, we don't know what they are exactly.
Like quasars or something.
That's what I was going to
Yeah,
say.
much brighter than quasars.
Quasars are, I think they're the farthest thing away we know of so far.
Well,
but
yeah, but you're also my understanding of quasars anyway, is that those quasars aren't there anymore.
Right.
They would have eaten themselves up, or could have been the galaxy seeds,
Yeah.
or whatever, because you're looking 13 billion years into the past.
Yeah,
When you're looking at a quasar.
billions of light years, so they're still throwing light and sound around.
Yeah. So we're just seeing it as it was at that point. And the other big bit of science news, Comet 67P ESA. Damn it. Yay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Europe, for helping.
Yeah. High five.
High five, Europe. It didn't go completely as planned. The lander apparently bounced quite a ways off course and landed where they didn't want it to land. So unfortunately, as it is right now, it's basically shut down because it can't recharge the batteries. It's in a shaded area.
Oh.
We're out of power.
Yep. But theoretically speaking, the comet could shift to where it could pick up some sun rays.
Yep.
Okay, so all hope isn't lost then.
Correct. Yeah. And it achieved its primary mission anyway. So it is a successful mission, no matter how you cut it.
Oh yeah, it landed on the comet, and that was proving it could be done.
Oh yeah, it landed on the comet. It returned pictures. It returned sensory data. So it did the main thing. I don't think they were able to use the drill, if I remember right. I might be wrong on that, but
yeah, I'm just reading an article right now on it. It actually was able to drill out some samples and analyze them and send it back to Earth as it died.
Excellent. Okay.
Perfect.
Yep. So it's so yeah, Probe's there, and he's chilling out, taking a nap, and hopefully we'll hear from him again in the next few.
It got 10 inches into the comet.
Oh, that's pretty respectable, actually. What was the maximum amount that it could?
I don't know. I have no idea, but it was saying it descended 10 inches, penetrating the comet's surface.
Okay. I can't imagine it would have a very large drill. I mean, your real estate on something like that is pretty pricey, as far as what they pack into those things.
Yeah, the thing has to fold out, and it has to be a certain size when it launches. So yeah, exactly. They're very compact.
Well, guys, I have run out of stuff to talk about. What you got?
Well, Google has actually leased Moffett Field. don't know if you're familiar with what Moffett Field is. It's at the NASA Ames Research Center in California, and it's
okay.
it's got this it's got like this enormous hangar there for like I think the space shuttle was housed in there at some point, but like also like you like jumbo jets, multiple jumbo jets inside this giant structure. I've driven past the Moffett Field a number of times and seen this thing. It's incredibly enormous.
So Google has leased this thing from
for
NASA.
We're all in
That is
trouble
interesting.
now.
yeah, they've leased it for the next 60
all in
years.
trouble.
They've leased it for the next 60 years for $1.16 billion.
Ow.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Google's subsidiary Planetary Ventures will be taking residence there.
Planet. Oh, I wonder if they're gonna do the whole like the space, the same thing that Richard Branson from Virgin is trying to do.
Well, Google partially supplied the money for the X Prize for that. One of Google's goals that I hear rumblings of is their plan to launch their own satellite network to provide free internet to the planet.
Perfect.
Wow.
So
It
would suck for our use, you know what I mean? But it's a hell of a thing, you know, and it'll be good for everybody because can you imagine how much our cable internet bills will go down?
Wait.
Oh yeah.
So wait, Google's
better.
goal is to, satellite into space and then provide free internet for everyone?
For the whole damn planet.
China's gonna be so pissed.
Oh, they'll block it.
Well, it's much easier to just
block
it's much easier just to not
jam it.
Have people access the internet than to try to block it.
Well, I mean, they won't physically block the satellite. They'll prevent people using their phones from connecting to it or whatever.
Well, no, but what I mean is there's a large swath of China that just doesn't even bother with the internet right now.
I think that right.
And,
but that would be a hell of an undertaking. I mean, there's certain measures that China could do, but they couldn't really do a whole hell of a lot about line of sight. You know.
Yeah, but then how many?
So you could still,
how many Chinese peasants are gonna be able to pull that off?
Yeah, but not even just China. There are a number of countries who are like iron-fisted about internet access who would not be pleased with this.
Oh, I know, and it's a really big deal. Like, just look at Iran, for example, and all the stuff that came out over Twitter.
Yeah.
There is another option that can be used for this that would require very small infrastructure for the consumer to use, and you wouldn't have access to the internet in the same sense. But what you can do, and it's an idea that's been toyed around, is you have a small receiver. And that's all it is. It's a receiver. It can only receive information from the satellite. And so this thing can receive daily updates. And even if it's only, 10 megs that this thing would receive daily, you'd be able to, connect to it through a computer or through whatever, and, have access to, news from the day, that kind of stuff. And that's another route that these satellites can be used for. And it's a really neat idea, and it's a very low cost idea. Something like that is useless to us. But something like that to a developing country is priceless. So that's another route that it could be used for. It wouldn't fully utilize the satellite, but it would help out a hell of a lot. I don't know if that's something that Google plans, but it's something that's certainly possible.
I don't think they've said what they plan to use the Moffett Field for exactly.
They're just going to throw corporate parties there.
But they're not going to be launching any satellites from there because it's not a launch station like that. It's like airport.
But is that the place that has the one of those big ass vacuum chambers though?
Quite possibly. I know.
See, that's kind of what I'm
I
thinking as
know
far as like
Ames is
satellite
also a
goes.
renowned for its supercomputing capacity. But I don't think Google is. I don't think that has anything to do with the actual leasing of Moffett Field.
I gotcha. Pretty cool stuff though, man. I'm highly interested in what they got up
So
their
am I.
sleeves.
It'll come out eventually.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Unity.
Google version.
Bugs addressed by Ubisoft. Workarounds suggested.
Did anybody
No.
hear
Something about Ubisoft.
Assassin's Creed Unity. They addressed the bugs. You know what they said? Workarounds. Workarounds are Yep, they're suggested.
So there's
for the user to do?
They're working on other stuff.
Their plan isn't to just fucking fix it. It's to tell people how to get around the bugs that they're not going to do anything about.
What the hell did I say like an hour ago?
God. Workarounds are not acceptable.
Yep. That's the AAA developers, people.
Here's how to play our broken game without us ever having to fix it. But don't forget to buy our DLC.
The modding community will take care of it for them.
Is there such a thing as a mod for Assassin's Creed?
I have no idea.
And well, you know what? And this makes me think of another practice that sucks: is the season pass practice. Because I was checking the season pass for Assassin's. The season's pass for Assassin's, like their gold package, is $90.
Whoa!
$90.
What does it do? I don't. What is it exactly? I don't understand.
Well, it comes with
Well,
the gold package gets what?
The way I understand a season pass works is if you buy the season pass, you automatically get all the DLC as it comes out.
Wait, why do I have the DLC for a broken fucking game?
Why would you want Assassin's Creed in the first place?
Oh. Personally, I wouldn't. But just the fact that they have like the nerve to charge $90 for their gold pack, which includes 3 additional single player missions, 15 bonus like weapons and gear, and then the season pass. And season pass is
the game like $75?
60. It's 60,
yeah,
but with the
60.
gold package, it's 90.
And then with the season pass, it's how much on top of that?
Well, the season pass comes as part of the gold package, but the season pass alone is $30. So we might as well.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
But I don't understand season passes because you're like, yes, I'm going to assume that your game is great, and everything you release afterwards will also.
Yeah.
Or I could wait for the Game of the Year edition and pay half of this, and still get all the DLC.
They probably will never get a Game of the Year.
Have they ever released one of those? Like a full package Game of the Year Assassin's Creed game?
I think they did for the first one, but I don't know either.
I don't know. They've got a lot of to do, and supplying workarounds is not the way to go about it.
No, that's really crap.
Yeah. Oh, just work around. We're working on other stuff. So
Too busy trying to make Far Cry not too shitty.
Meanwhile, EA is just like, let's just keep our heads down, since for one, not us. Just sit here quietly and hope everybody forgets about The Sims 4.
Yeah, is everybody taking notes?
SimCity.
No, God, no. They're like, let Ubisoft take all the heat for like the next year. We're good. I think that was Valkyria Chronicles, which I will be getting, but I haven't yet. But I'm that game. Well, it's something that it's new, sort of. It's not new, but like it's newer than another Assassin's Creed or another Call of Duty.
Well, Fallout 3 came out in like 2008, so you play that one. I recommend it.
You have a little bit of a bias as far as Fallout 3 goes.
Or you could just watch videos of me playing it.
Or you could just play Skyrim.
Yeah, or you could watch me play Skyrim.
Have you started that yet?
Yeah, I did.
Yep, he's got episode 0 and episode 1.
Nice.
I caught up on episode 0 today, and that was quite a backstory.
Yeah, it was nice. I liked it.
Glad you appreciate it. I'm going to be putting up episode 2 later tonight.
Very nice.
I gotta get through episode 1.
No rush. It's not going anywhere.
All right, guys. Are we ready to move on to the trivia challenge?
Oh, we actually have a trivia challenge.
Oh god, trivia challenge.
It's because I'm here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why.
Oh.
Okay.
Who's taking it?
I'm turning in my amulet. Immunity one.
Well, what's at stake?
I don't know. Hijack, what's at stake?
I think if you fail the trivia challenge, you should have to do a Let's Play of Minesweeper.
That's brilliant. I am so.
I love it.
I agree.
Could I make it into like a tutorial?
That'd be even better.
I guess.
That's easy then. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds like I could.
No,
Alright.
no tutorial. You gotta play Minesweeper under the pressure of doing it on camera.
Hell, I'll live stream it just for you.
And you
What?
have to LP it. Like, or
You
you have to RP
Yeah, you
it.
have to RP it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Oh,
God.
And you gotta YouTube it.
Yeah, it has to go on
YouTube
on YouTube.
Yep.
You have to have at least one
man.
episode of Minesweeper on YouTube.
Oh, God. Okay.
At
Here's
the hardest
rules,
difficulty.
Common. Yeah.
Hardest
Here's the
difficulty.
rules, sir.
Expert.
You get 4 different categories to choose from, and you have to answer 2 questions right. However, you get 1 pass that you can use. So if you get a question you don't like it, you can pass it. You also get a lifeline where you can ask any of the other 3, but you can't ask me obviously for what they think the answer is, and choose to use that answer or not.
Gotcha.
All right, so your categories are pop culture, science, video games, and history.
Science.
Science. All right.
Always
This,
an excellent choice.
Yep. This should be pretty easy, all right? What element has the highest melting temperature?
Highest melting point.
Highest melting point.
No Googling, by the way. That's
I'm not.
just pointing that out.
Well, I mean, that's what I thought would be main thing.
Don't answer unless you're sure, because remember, you can always pass it.
Yeah.
Or you could ask. That was also another one.
Yep.
You could ask me, Kitty, or Muley.
I would highly suggest not asking me.
But you should, as a chemist, you should actually know this.
Done searching through Google yet?
No, no.
Yeah.
All right, let me go ahead and I want to ask Hijack what he thinks.
I think it's tungsten.
Ooh.
Go with tungsten. Yeah.
What?
Tungsten.
Tungsten is correct.
Hooray!
Yep. Closer, around about 6,000 degrees Fahrenheit. All right. You can either stay with science, or you can move to another category. And
The other 3 were history, entertainment, and what?
history, pop culture, and video games.
Let's go over to video games.
Okay. Oh, this will be interesting. All right. One of the mob sounds in Minecraft is actually the sound that one of the game developers' cats makes when it's woken up from sleep. Which mob makes the sound?
Oh shit. Think of all the weird sounds I've heard cats make.
And you've used your ask already, so you can't do
Yes,
that.
I know. Go ahead and pass this one.
All right. The answer is the ghast.
Wow.
Wow.
What is wrong with his
I would
cat?
not have guessed the
I
gas.
actually knew that.
Yep, I knew that one too.
There's something
All
wrong
right.
with that cat.
Do you want the other video game question, or do you want to go?
Yes, let's go with the other video game
All
question.
right. This one. All right. You should get this one. The Pac-Man ghosts are named Blinky, Inky, Pinky, and what?
Who those three? What's the fourth one?
Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and
5, 4,
who all knows it?
3.
I don't know it.
I
don't
do.
know. I don't know that last one.
Take a guess.
The next letter that comes to my mind is Dinky.
That is incorrect.
I figured.
The correct answer is Clyde.
It's Clyde.
Oh, God.
What? Yeah, no, I never would have got that.
Dinky would have been my guess too.
Blinky, Inky, Pinky, and Clyde.
Huh.
Good God, I thought that was common knowledge. All right.
What order do they come out in? On the title screen.
Oh. Actually, I think the way that I said it originally, Blinky, Inky, Pinky, and then Clyde.
Yep,
Yep.
exactly.
All right. Common, you owe us a Minesweeper LP, sir.
Yeah, it's been a while since you put out a video,
On
man.
Expert.
Yeah,
Wait,
on Expert. I will be waiting with bells on. All right, guys.
Call it How to Beat Minesweeper.
I thought he had to get 2 wrong. What was the exact rules again?
No, you have to answer 2
Oh,
to
okay.
pass.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he used a pass. Okay.
All right. That is going to be it, guys. But as we did last time, I would like to leave everybody with a tweet from Jaden Smith.
Oh no,
course.
it's a thing now.
It's going to be because they entertain me so much. If newborn babies could speak, they would be the most intelligent beings on the planet.
What the
They
fuck?
do speak. They do speak. That's. I mean, they don't speak English, but they
gibberish.
do speak.
Well, how newborn are we talking? Maybe they're just screaming when they're coming out the cooter.
That's true.
Yeah.
It is. He said newborn.
Yeah. He said newborn. So apparently,
Wow.
I mean, maybe they're trying to convey some deep meaning,
But
and we just
Life
think
is
they're
hell.
screaming.
Yes, I would like him. I would like him to expand on that tweet and explain what he thinks they would say.
They would probably say, "Jaden, you're a god. Lead us."
Oh, God. Oh, geez.
All right, guys, that's gonna be it for this podcast. Thanks everyone for listening, and thank you to all my co-hosts for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you later.
Thank you.